Alright, cats and kittens, stay tuned, because today we're going to be talking about armor. And I'm not talking about that kind that your grandfather went to crush Nazis in. No, I'm talking about that medieval jazz, specifically a scale mail. So sit back, hold on to your butts, and get ready for another thrilling episode of 3D Printing the Miniature Universe with Papa Jester.
That is the Blue Angels. Listen to a roar overhead. They's loud. They's loud.
Different reasons we've talked about on this channel. And a lot of Democrats are pushing for a larger
Oh, hey!
package.
I didn't see you there.
Things,
Yeah, I know. You're probably already there. But hell, yeah. Hey, you caught me sanding. One of my favorite things to do. And listening to this Jimmy. Really great guy. A lot of good information about those stimulus checks and everything and what's been going on. Hi! If you haven't already guessed, I'm Papa Jester. And this is my workshop. Yeah, Stormtrooper helmet. Sugar-free sodas in the back. 0 sugar, 0 calories. Actual flavor. I was so freaking surprised. The last time I tried this whole dieting thing, one of the biggest problems I faced was there was a lack of anything to drink. And if you've ever been on one of those flushes, there's just so much lemon water you can drink before you'd rather slit your wrist than drink any more damn water. Okay, so right now, let me finish this up. I am working on this. A customer came in and wanted me to make something special for her. So I said, sure, let me see what I can find. And I have been doing a lot of work. So she wanted me to make some 2-inch Gucci buckle things. She's got some kind of cosplay that goes along with it, plus stuff from Bali. I think that's how you pronounce the fashion company's name. Bali? B-A-L-L-Y? Anyways. So, like this mask, I have been trying to find stuff that I can put on my Etsy shop, stuff I can get people interested with so that they'll negotiate for my services of doing printing. Well, this video is specifically targeted to all the guys and girls, well, brothers and sisters in Gypsy Haven. Yep, that's the little group of thunder that I belong to. Thunder! Just saying. So this video is targeted to you guys. Alright, so to start off with, I have been trying to think of ways that I can take 3D printing and become, you know, possibly the next Baldar. And one thing I've noticed that people like a lot is personalized shit. So I was thinking, what could I possibly manufacture that is personalized, fits within the SCA, and will get a lot of attention? Well, of course, you could probably say, I'll just 3D print up some armor. You can do that. You can do that. I've talked to other fighters who have 3D printed pieces of armor, And they say it holds up for a few good years. So far, the longest I've heard is a gentleman printed his elbows originally like a year after 3D printing got into the public domain big and heavy. And he says he's been wearing those for about the last 3 or 4 years, and as long as he keeps them under wraps, they work and look just fine. Of course, since he printed them out of PLA, he doesn't exactly want to expose them to sunlight, so there is always that to continue to consider. Now, to get to the meat of the subject, Toast! You were supposed to come and get these armor scales so you guys could test them and beat on them and see how well they hold up. Hey, Toast! Okay. Plus, Toast, you forgot to pick up Amber's order, too. Alright, so to get back to what I'm actually doing. As you've probably already seen, I've got armor shards. Now, anybody can print up armor shards. But what I'm doing is I want to put in the research and make armor shards that the SCA is going to approve of, so that I can offer customized armor shards. That's got some paint on it. Customized armor shards. Now, these have turned out in the printing pretty good. What I'm concerned about is how these will lace together. Since I've never done scale armor before, I'll have to rely on somebody else that has. My other issue that I wanted to send these out for testing is, as you can see, I've got a hollow back here. Now, this piece is... holy hell. Whew. Well, that's with 100% infill. So, fuck. Shit. Definitely not what this was intended for. Okay. This is what I want to test for, to see if this will come apart. How to strengthen this. How to make it better. I also need to know, is that going to be a regular problem while you're fighting with it? Some of the solutions to that problem might be to add in a center crossbar, like you have on a normal kite shield. You have a bar that comes down through here and a bar that comes across through here to add support and form to this. That's an easy fix. But I need to get some actual data on this to figure out what I need to do to these things. Now, secondly, I thought, well, these are a bit flimsy. I did find some other examples that I wanted to use. But as you can see, these are big. They'll take less, I'm guessing, to make a suit of them. The next ones I have are these. Little bitty thunder wheel down there at the bottom. It's going to take a hell of a lot of these to make up an armor plate. But it is... let's see, I forgot to take the supports off of here. I know. If I'm going to do a YouTube, I really should be more prepared. So I've got this stuff. Now, it's thin, as you can see. But This takes advantage of simple design of an arched construction, so it adds more rigidity to the part and strengthens it. So I thought, maybe I want to use that. Or maybe I want to try my hand at designing another one. Because these are just, for right now, examples that I've downloaded from Thingiverse to start to get an idea of what I want to do. But the essential idea is the same. I want to make fighter approved, SCA approved, customized armor scales. So that as long as you've got a design out there that you want on your armor scale, bam, I make it. I sell it. Come to me with a big order, I make it. Sell it. Different types of scales, different types of armors. I really, really want to get as much information on this as I possibly can to make as good a product as I possibly can. I've already had people in my household, in my mercenary company. Love being a mercenary. Never really realized how freeing it was being a freaking mercenary. But where was I? Oh, Christ. I forgot where I was. You know, I even wrote a script for this. I really did. I know. I'm reading along with it. But, you know, who cares? I'm having fun. If you are still here, then thank you. But now, what kind of material am I going to use? Well, there's so many choices of filament to use out there. I could use PLA, and as long as I don't want to keep it out in the sun, I want to keep it under wraps, I want to put on a tunic over it, then yeah, use PLA. It's cheaper, it's easier to work with. But that's not your average fighter. Your average fighter is going to want to be able to show off these customized scales. So it's got to be made out of a material that can stand up in sunlight. So far, my research in material composition has panned out that ABS is suitable. But due to the printing process, it's more brittle. I always thought ABS would be stronger, but the principles of ABS as opposed to injection molding as to opposed printing turn out different structural values when printing material as opposed to injection molding or force casting it or vacuum casting it. Then I was reading an article about PETG or PETG. It's the food-safe printable filament that you can use. It also handles direct sunlight a lot better than PLA. So currently I have several rolls of PETG, both in black and yellow for the test product, to work with. And that's what I'm going to be making my first batch of scales out of. That brings me to another question. If you know how many scales I'm going to need for just a scale vest, tell me in the comments down below. You know how much I'm going to need for like an actual full suit, like upper body down to about the knees? Comment it down below, Because, like I've said before, I always used Dakota plates. I never used scale mail. And all Dakota plates is steel plates riveted to a leather vest. That's it. Real simple to make, real effective, and oh, so hot. Mine I made out of galvanized steel when I first started fighting. 55 pounds of added freaking armor. And let me tell you something, you never want to sweat in that stuff. Because that galvanized steel just heats up and it stays hot. You dehydrate real easy. Trust me, I know. Almost passed out in the ravine battle at Gulf Wars one year. Woo! I've had hangovers before, but dehydration headaches, they put hangover headaches to shame. To shame, I tell you. So, I looked at Pet G, and then I started thinking, well, I can pick up a roll of carbon fiber. Not carbon fiber inlay filament, but actual carbon fiber PLA filament, which is carbon fiber. Well, there's carbon fiber PLA, then there's carbon fiber filament, then there's carbon fiber infusion, which apparently, from what the reviewers said from this shady Chinese company, is that it just makes PLA look really black. That's all it does. It's just monofilament fibers mixed in with the PLA, and really does a whole bunch of nothing. Now, the stuff I'm talking about is 2 to 3 times the cost of this cheap PLA carbon fiber BS. It is actual carbon fiber filament used for printing. It's expensive. Double the cost of most PLA rolls, which, in my personal opinion, isn't all that expensive. But still, it does mean that my product is going to be double the cost to start off with. And with as many scales as you're talking about, that could be quite pricey. However, the benefits that carbon fiber does give to a suit of armor is that it's lighter than aluminum, and it's double the strength of steel. Carbon fiber parts are very, very difficult to break. In fact, under normal stresses that you or I can exert on carbon fiber printed parts, they're not going to snap. Now, I don't know how that'll behave to someone slinging a rattan sword at, oh my god, fast. He's going to take my head off speed. But I'd be interesting to see. So, that's another consideration for material composition for the armor scales. There was some other materials that I had thought about, like the metal-infused PLAs, but they require even more processing. Like, after the print is done, the following process is post-printing, is actually melting out the PLA, so you're left with just the metal. I don't have the room to put in a kiln in here or a crucible to finish that. Now, I understand a crucible is a very simple thing to make and very simple to use, but I don't want to use a crucible. Even though I could make up a pretty good mold for it, I still don't want to use it. And as far as a kiln, well, for right now, my mobility is challenged. So if I can't do it from my desk, it normally doesn't get done. So kiln's kind of out of the scope at the immediate. So first off, I am going to print up scales for PLA. Send them over and get them tested. Then we're going to do Pet G and get that tested. And then once I have gotten the enclosure in place and the other steps that I'll need to do so that I can print effectively and precisely with carbon fiber, I want to test those out next. Also, I got some really great ideas. I found a pattern online for one of the Destiny 2 daggers that the Scout uses. I think it's the Scout. It's not the Spellcaster or the Titan. Sorcerer. I forget what they call the Sorcerer. The Mage. I play that game so daggum much, I can't remember what my other two characters are. I remember the Titan, and I remember my Mage likes using Void. Aside from that, Destiny is a lot of shoot 'em up for me, and brain just goes, pretty lights. Things go boom. That's all I'm thinking about when I play Destiny most times. Yeah, I actually do like the game. I'm kind of sad that they took away the extra planets and really limited you to areas to quest in. You know, I like a gamescape where there's lots of places to go, not just a few places. I can't really fault them on content. They have been stepping it up and adding a lot of content. I liked last year's season pass better than this year's. This season pass. Also, not exactly thrilled about Beyond the Light. I mean, I like Europa. That's kind of interesting. Of course, it's different and it's new, but you know how it goes. Now I go out to Europa and barely even see anybody. Everybody's done it, so. What's his name? Varric? Yeah, I feel bad for him. He's just sitting up there on Europa, chilling out in the freezing cold in that little dilapidated base, and hardly anybody talks to him anymore. Nobody goes up there and like gets quests for him anymore. I know it's kind of goofy, but when I've had a few, I can sit there and like talk back to him. He says all kinds of funny stuff. Okay, he says the same thing over and over again, but I'm screwed in the head, so everything seems different to me. Bet you didn't know that. Alright, so yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, this video was directed to my family in Gypsy Haven. You know, I know somebody is going to ask me about this. So I'm going to tell y'all right now. Hopefully I won't have to explain it again. This is one of my favorite brass things. This is a key that, as much information I've been able to find about it, it went to a stateroom or cabin on an old steamer ship. So around 1920, 19 teens, this key was used to get into somebody's cabin. And I always like to imagine what kind of fantastic stories this key probably has and where it's been. Also, I kind of like to think one of these days I'll stick it into a keyhole somewhere and open up the door to a TARDIS. So I just really like this key, and well, it's brass. You don't get to wear too much brass anymore. Also, I thought it would go good with the Thunder Wheel, because I am your key scribe. Not working for you? Okay, how about I am the key to your success? I will unlock your heart. Okay, wait. I got one more. You're gonna love it. I done forgot it, but you know, you would have loved it. It would have been awesome. You know, would have been cool. Because I am not cool, but I can laugh at myself, so who gives a flip? So that's why I put the key on there. Because I am a fop at heart. I love accessories. My favorite garb for the SCA is Tudor. Even though I live in Florida, I like Tudor gear. Had a full suit of Tudor garb. These lovely ladies sewed me a complete suit. Overcloak, pantaloons, chapeau, doublet, battle skirt, whole 9 yards. Beautiful pearl beadwork, gold inlays, gold foo-foo stuff. I could have sold that suit for $1,100 and it still would have been, you know, a good price to get at that price. This outfit was the bomb. I got so much attention in this suit. Stroke ego, stroke ego, stroke ego, good cookie. Okay, so in closing, I finally got to it, closing point. If you have any information that you think might be pertinent to me printing armor scales, let me know. Tell me your experiences if you've printed your own armor. For SCA, for actual heavy combat and full contact fighting, or for cosplay. I want to hear what you print. I want to hear your stories of the weird stuff you do with your printer. Share it with the world. Join me in printing the universe. Was that good for you? It was good for me, baby. Alright, as always, print whatever you like. Enjoy printing. And remember to just have fun 3D printing the universe.
I just farted. I'm a little ghost. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my teeth.
Alright, thanks for watching. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Comment on things you like to talk about. Tell me what you thought about the episode. Give me your input. I'd love to hear it. Also, don't forget to check me out on Facebook at 3D Printing the Miniature Universe with Papa Jester. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes of 3D Printing the Miniature Universe with Papa Jester. Hey, y'all. You have a good night.